Hi, good afternoon. Well, I hope you can see me. Looks a bit low down, that. Excuse me having a little fiddle. Is that any better? Right, well, first of all, people usually ask me what I'm wearing, so I'll give you a quick shufty what I've got on. I don't know whether you can see or not. That's what I'm wearing today. It's done in my favourite James C. Brett chunky, and it comes from the Doris Chan book, the amazing crochet lace book, and it's the, where's it gone now? Oh, I've lost it. I had it marked, I had it bookmarked, and now I've lost it. Take my thumb out of it, obviously. Here it is, here it is. It's called the Far Point Topper, and that's the pattern. It's done in actually a much thicker ribbon in the pattern, but I've made this in the chunky, which is why it probably came out a bit smaller. It's a great book, this, by the way. My favourite of all time shawl is the Blue Curacao shawl by Doris Chan. It looks hard, but it's actually much easier than you think it is. I've made quite a few. Well, as you can see, I have now filled up my tote. It's got everything in all around the sides, filled in, even round the front. It's got my pins in it. It's got even got my little gloves and my wrist strap. Lots of scissors at the back and everything. The glasses are in there. Everything but the crochet, really. If you wonder what the rag is, that's actually my glasses cleaner cloth. So I'm making good use of it, and my coffee table is actually, it's clear for once. Right. Today I've been on Etsy as usual. I'm usually somewhere or other, aren't I? Buying some patterns. They're all from a lady called CrocheTrend. I suppose it's CrocheTrend all in one, but it's Croche, C-R-O-C-H-E, and then Trend. I've got that one. It doesn't look as nice on the pattern actually as it looks on her Etsy page. It's a unisex. You can do it for men or for ladies. I mean, you can do the peak on it, or I suppose you could leave it as a beanie. This one I like. It's done in a waffle stitch. It's called the Walder hat crochet pattern. Done in a very, very thick wool. So I like it. It's like a basket weave or a mock or entrelac, whatever you want to call it, entrelac. So I quite like that one. This I think is really pretty, and it's ideal if you live anywhere cold, because it's very difficult to see on here, but it's actually got a lilac inner lining. So you've got like the top layer, which is lacy in the grey or beige, whatever colour it is, and then you've got the inner lining, which is done in a lilac. So that would make it a double thickness, so that would trap the cold air, well, the warm air in, wouldn't it? And that one's called the Gita or Gita hat pattern, and that's quite nice, warm looking hat. So those are what I've been buying today. And then this morning the postman brought me two books. He brought me this one. It's called The Beatle Who Vanished. Not many people will have heard of this guy. He's called Jimmy Nichol, and he was with the Beatles for 13 days, I think, in, I don't know where it was, where he played. Anyway, Ringo Starr had gone in to have his tonsils out, and they were short of a drummer. So they asked Jimmy Nichol to be the drummer. And you might think, who's he? And I wouldn't have known who he was, except that at the time he was married to my cousin Pat. So he was sort of like a cousin-in-law at the time. I mean, they're later divorced. And they've got a son called Howie, who is actually, he does sound studios or whatever it is. Anyway, he seems to be a bit of a mystery. He seems to have vanished from the face of the earth, this Jimmy Nichol. Nobody knows if he's alive or dead or where he is at the moment. So that's the Beatle who vanished. Even his son doesn't know where he is. So anyway, that's what I've got to read. And then I've got the crochet, oh, the inside crochet. It's come, you know, for this winter, I presume it is. They don't really tell you, they just tell you what edition it is. So I haven't really read it, so I can't tell you what's in the, I mean, I like reading, you know, the bits that are in it, you know, the bits about people and bits about everything. And they do reviews of books. I mean, I've got that one, the Sweet and Simple Crochet book. That was the one I wasn't too keen on, if you remember. they do that. They do reviews of other things like tartans and tweeds. Then they get to the patterns. Now I quite like that. I don't know whether I'd do it in greys, but I do quite like that. It's just got a bit of oomph with it, even though it's plain, isn't it? What else have we got? I think I've lost one here. No, I haven't. Then we've got the fingerless gloves, of course, which are all around at this time of year. And another scarf, but again they're on topic, aren't they, really, because it's cold. So there's some more scarves and cowls there. That's not a very good picture, actually. I think there's a better picture further over. It's like a classical grey cardigan, but it's really out in the sort of 50s mode, isn't it, really? And that's a scarf that's all twiddles, really, whatever you want to call them. What else have we got? Oh, there's a bit about Helsinki, which is the cool crochet capital. Now this, of course, immediately caught my eye. I wonder why. And I thought, oh, that's got my stash written all over it, hasn't it? It's gorgeous. And that one's just an edging on a, you know, a boat blanket. You could do it in, I suppose, in pastel shades for a baby. That's just a little bracelet done in flowers, which is okay if you're doing any craft fairs when the little girls come up with pennies and want to buy something. We've got a long-legged rabbit and what is it? Oh, some dungarees. And I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a, you know, those pillowcases like they have in France. We once went to France and we got a pillow like that, and you had to put the sheet over it, and it was the most uncomfiest holiday I've been on in my life. It was like having I felt like a geisha, you know, with my head on a brick. That's like a cowl. It shows a better picture further over with the foxes around the edge. Let's see if I can find any better pictures. There's quite a few. What I like about this book is there's quite a few articles in, you know, about people and different things that crochet. Yeah, that's the one I like. Perhaps not quite as baggy as that. I don't really want it that baggy, but let's face it, when you're as big as I am, not many things are baggy on me. They're only baggy on a size 10 lady. Yeah, that's the jacket. I think I'd have to put some kind of a border on, but I do like the back view of it, so that you can see I got the back view. It's just something that if you got a few small balls of chunky, they'd come in very useful. That's the ripple shawl. Well, they call it a shawl, but to me it's more of a stole. I always think of a shawl as being huge, pointed. That's the Patricia shawl. Now that's what I mean by a shawl, is it goes to a point, my idea of a shawl. Either a point or, you know, like a great big rounded bit. That's a cowl. It's for a lady or a man. It looks like it's imitation surface crochet, you know, to make it like imitation tartan. What have we got? What else? Oh, that's the Madeleine cardigan. I don't know if you can see it better. It very much reminds me of the 50s, you know, when things were tailored. Very sort of Chanel-y, isn't it? We could say Chanel-y. Chanel. That's the foxy cape with the foxes running around the edge of it. Or the Blomar bracelet. That's a little bracelet made of flowers. Again, I'm not keen on the little Frank dungarees. I don't know whether it's the colour they've used or what it is, but they look a little bit like a dish mop to me. Sorry, people, but it looks too open work. Oh, we've got a little squirrel. I didn't see that before. Little sunny squirrel. Not that I'm into amigurumi, because I can't do features at all. Oh, we've got Francis the Hedgehog as well. I just do not do toys. I either stuff them wrong, or, you know, the eyeballs going everywhere and the mouth goes up here somewhere. Can't do it yet. Oh, that's the blanket. It's called a lazy blanket, I think, because you buy the blanket and then you just do the edging around it. They sell those special pointy sharp hooks, don't they, where you can go through the fabric. Primrose blanket, again, is sort of a bit insipid for my mind. And that bunny. I don't know why I'm into darker colours at the moment for babies. Those are the gloves. So they've got quite a nice thumb in those fingerless gloves, haven't they? And they don't look too, thick and chunky. Sometimes fingerless gloves are so bulky, aren't they? Oh, that's the rose cushion. The rose cushion and the, the bolster type cover. So, then we're back onto the adverts. Next issue, they're going to do this scarf, which is in the Tunisian. I think it's, is it Ron Strong that's doing it? Yeah, Ron Strong's doing it. So he's going to show you how to make that, but in the next edition. I think at the moment he's just doing a hat, but I'm not too keen on it. Again, probably because it's too pale. It doesn't show the pattern on it. It's got a bit of a Fair Isle type pattern. I think he's trying to teach you how to do the colour work. But I think he could have chosen some stronger colours. And then you've got the usual how to crochet at the back. Different stitches. And what else have we got? Anything else at the back? Oh, an interview with somebody called Stephanie Dawson. A Midsummer's Dream. And an advert for Derrimore's on the back. So that's really it for today. I can't really show you my crocheting because my younger niece watches my Urban Gypsy page, and she watches YouTube, I think. So she knows what she's having. She knows what colour she's having, but I really don't want her to actually see it until I've done it. So she's the one I will be keeping it under wraps for. So Catherine, if you're watching, sorry. Anyway, bye for now. I'm going to go and try and do a bit of crochet. I haven't done any today. It's been one of those miserable, dark, dank days. Typical of Manchester weather. My friend Hayley's had her first, well, I don't know if it's her first craft fair, but she had a craft fair today, and her and her friend Paul have done very well. So she would be putting a video on very shortly. So if you want to watch a craft fair in the UK, look up Hayley's Hats later on. That's Haylees, Hayley's Hats, and it will show you what her craft fair looked like. So until then, bye for now.